Hello everybody and welcome to my March movies preview. So the first 2 months of the year have flown by pretty fast, and while we did have some decent surprises like Chronicle and The Grey, there have been a lot of movies that are extremely mediocre, safe house, and then ones that are supreme crap. I'm looking at you, this means War and the Devil Inside. But throw those aside, the spring season has bestowed us a month of movies that could be good, some that look really mediocre, but we really don't know what direction they're going in. So it's time to kick off the preview for March, and first releasing on March 2nd, we have Project X. Now typically I cut between my thoughts on the movie with clips from the trailer, but for this movie I can't really do it because the trailer for this movie really ruins a lot of the shock effect that this movie looks like it's going to thrive off of. I won't lie, at first I was really intrigued by this, but all these reviews have started pouring in lately from those who have seen it already, especially friends of mine who get early screenings all the time, and while some of them have really enjoyed it, a lot of them have said it's very meh and it doesn't really live up to the ultimate party movie that it looks like it could be. Because of all the constant split that's been going around, I'm going to keep my thoughts very neutral on this movie, but then again, if this movie is a surprise and it becomes a hit, screenwriter Michael Bacall is going to be a big name in the next coming years because Scott Pilgrim vs. the World he co-wrote with Edgar Wright, and also he has the 21 Jump Street movie releasing soon that he had a hand in writing. So who knows, this movie could be one of the best party movies in years, or it could be very meh, who knows, just God, I don't know what better way to put it. I'm just so decidedly split on this. And now cutting some actual trailer footage, intercut with my thoughts on the film just from the trailers alone, releasing on March 9th, we have John Carter.
When I saw you, I believed that something new can come into this world.
You are John Carter of Earth?
Yes, ma'am.
This is a huge film for director Andrew Stanton because he is one of Pixar's biggest alums alongside John Lasseter. The man made WALL-E, Finding Nemo, he co-wrote Toy Story 2, 1, he co-wrote Monsters Incorporated. He has done a lot of great work for Pixar over his years, but now he's making his transition to the live-action genre, and I don't really think it's going to be like Brad Bird's big debut for Mission Impossible 4 because frankly from the stuff that is shown in this movie, it just looks so painstakingly mediocre.
Threatens to destroy our city.
I will admit some of the visuals look pretty decent, but the movie's budget is insane. If I'm right, this movie has like somewhere between a $200 and $3 million budget. So if this movie flops, it is going to be detrimental to Walt Disney's revenue for sure in various ways. And also, Taylor Kitsch's voice is just annoying on me. It's like he switched voice changers with Christian Bale's Batman character. And now releasing on March 16th, which is probably my second or third most anticipated movie of the month, we have 21 Jump Street.
We got our first bust.
I got him! Yes! Yes!
You forgot to read him his Miranda rights. Do you even know the Miranda rights?
Look, it obviously starts with, do you have the right to remain an attorney?
Did you say you have the right to be an attorney?
You do have the right to be an attorney if you want to.
I am a fan of Jonah Hill, but frankly, some of the releases that he has done in his post-Superbad career haven't been extremely strong, but I'm of course going to exclude Moneyball, Cyrus, and maybe a few others for that because those are some of his best performances, of course, right there. This is where it looks like he's really turning to his true comedic form, but to tell you the truth, already from the trailers alone, I am kind of impressed with Channing Tatum with his comedic chops, and that's really hard for me to say alone.
Things that made me wonder about you. Your taste in music. The fact that you look like a 40-year-old man.
Let me check out your chest. Check out your test.
After what you pulled yesterday, there's no way you could be cops, right?
Will you go to prom with me?
I really like how they're poking fun at certain action movie conventions, especially the white doves that fly during one shot in the trailer. They're especially hearkening to John Woo doing that in the famous shootout from Face Off. And I think this is going to be an all-around very enjoyable film, especially very funny too from the way some people have been saying it is.
That was crazy! Oh, when did I get stabbed? That's awesome! Yeah!
Also releasing on March 16th, but in a more limited release, we have the mumblecore dramedy Jeff Who Lives at Home.
Hi.
You know you're supposed to say hello when you pick up the phone. get off that couch or you're gonna find someplace else to live.
Just kind of in the middle of something right now, Mom.
Jeff, what do you do in the basement? You're not cleaning it.
You really want to know? You didn't like it last time we had this conversation.
Okay, no, you're right, I don't.
I was a big fan of the Duplass brothers' previous mumblecore comedy, which was Cyrus, and it features Jonah Hill's most underrated performance, but also really utilizing its cast, especially for John C. Reilly and Marissa Tomei, who also deliver terrific performances. The cast for this movie, though, Jeff Who Lives at Home, it looks great. You have Jason Segel, Ed Helms, Susan Sarandon, and Judy Greer. That's already alone enough for me to see this movie.
Maybe you could get him moving.
Once again, I have to pick up your slack.
What is wrong with you? Why do you want to live like this? Drifting through this life with no awareness.
What are you talking about?
My favorite part of this movie is it looks like it's going to have a very great balancing tone between melancholic drama and lighthearted moments of comedy, and used correctly and executed with the right directors, it can work very well, and it looks like it's going to be very good for this movie in particular, and who knows, this could be the Duplass brothers' best movie, actually.
That we both want to, like, be in love. I want it so bad.
Dude, you need to say that to her.
Stay in the car. I am fine. Yes, thank you for asking. Good.
And now releasing on March 23rd, probably my most anticipated movie of March without a doubt, it is The Hunger Games.
Primrose Everdeen.
I volunteer as tribute.
I was one of those people that started bashing this movie for being such a battle royale ripoff at first, and I am completely taking that back because I have read the first 100 pages or so of the book, and I haven't even gotten to the actual Hunger Games point in it, and it is some great stuff. Once reading that first third of the book, the trailers sold me because all the scenes that you could imagine in the book, they translate so well on screen, and it's very well casted, especially with Jennifer Lawrence.
And to be prepared to fight to the death.
This is the time to show them everything. Make sure they remember you.
Director Gary Ross hasn't made a movie in years, but I feel like this is his perfect return to form, and he definitely looks like he's staying very true to the book in general. And so, there's some handheld shots throughout the trailer that do get a little repetitive, but overall the scope of this movie looks very epic. Everyone seems so well adjusted to the characters that they're playing, and this is definitely going to be one of the biggest movies of the year without a doubt.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And finally, releasing on March 30th, we have the unnecessary sequel that hardly anyone wanted, Wrath of the Titans.
It would mean chaos. The end of the world.
What am I meant to do?
I was not a fan of the Clash of the Titans remake at all, even though it had some very good actors, it had an awful script and very poor direction at times, it had an over-reliance on shaky camera. Just get that mini rant out of the way right there. This one, on the other hand, looks like it's taken on a darker turn, but it still doesn't look that much better, especially when you have the director of Battle Los Angeles directing it. You're really not doing yourself any justice from doing that. I don't know why, but I'll man up my testosterone and actually end up seeing this movie. I'm gonna expect absolutely nothing big from it at all. And who knows, I'm gonna either walked out just thinking, it was slightly better, but that's not saying much, or who knows, whoa, that was way worse. Could go either one of those two ways right there. So I hope you enjoyed my March movies preview. I know I left out a lot of releases, but my method is just choosing 6 in order to keep the video as short as possible, especially with all the trailer footage I cut in between. So if there's a certain movie releasing this month that I didn't talk about and you want to know my thoughts on it from the trailer, be sure to leave a comment below and I will respond as soon as possible. And also, any of you who are watching, be sure to leave your thoughts on the March releases coming up. Are you excited for them? Are you not? Comment below and let me know. I'll be reviewing Project X this Friday and hopefully the Lorax on Saturday, so in the meantime, Tower from Kelly Kirk Reviews, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.